After what feels like a really long wait, the PlayStation 5 has now officially been revealed. It's me, Jake Baldino, and yes, we're going to be talking about all the new game announcements that we saw in some other videos we're working on right now. But for this one, we wanted to talk about the hardware. The box itself was officially revealed at the tail end of their big stream, and yeah, this is it. It's white with some black details and blue LEDs kind of vibing from the inside out. I don't know the technical term for that. It's kind of like a reverse ice cream sandwich. It's very clearly got vents in the middle there, and that lighting is actually pretty sick. There's also two USB ports in the front. From what we can see, one is standard USB, the other USB-C, and what looks to be a power and maybe eject button below it. I bet those are like soft touch buttons, but we'll see. Haven't seen what the back looks like, but we hope to see that soon. Oh, but most importantly, there are two versions of this console. The PlayStation 5 and then the PlayStation 5 Digital Edition, which does not have a 4K Blu-ray disc drive, making the thing a little slimmer at the base. So you have two options, digital or physical, thick boy or not so thick boy. That really affects the symmetry of this thing, and that may bother people. But since we are kind of just diving into personal taste for a second, I want to point out that it's kind of like a bunch of the random weird fan concepts that we've seen and what we thought it would look like, all kind of mashed together. This thing is not subtle. It is gamer as hell. Where other consoles and even PC stuff in some instances might want to go the route of being a low-key box, possibly black or matte, this thing is like a white Ferrari. It almost reminds me of those older-looking Alienware PCs where it was like an alien's head, you know what I mean? Personally, I do really like the way it looks. Yes, it's a bit tacky, but when I spend a bunch of money on a console gaming hardware, I love to feel like I have this high-tech, futuristic spaceship device, and this certainly gives me that feeling. Although, I wonder how this is gonna age. You know, we might look back at this in a few years and go, yeesh, what were they thinking? Full disclosure, I still really like the Boomerang concept controller from the PS3 prototype, so that shows what kind of weirdo I am. Also, look, I want to point out, it is kind of a V, technically, at the top, sort of. Kind of like the developer kits and the leaks suggested, but just nowhere near as bad, and now it's like an upward, subtle V. I don't know. It does look like it comes with a stand and is advertised primarily here as a vertical device, but it does also look like it can sit horizontally. Something to keep in mind, you know, especially for some of you who might be like me. I have extremely limited space. But back to speculation time, we don't have a price yet. We don't know how much these suckers are going to cost, but I'm betting that because there are these two versions, you can presume that the discless one is going to be a lower cost to maybe soften the blow, you know, the sticker shock, as they say, of the high price tag of this thing. Also, briefly, the DualSense controller, which we have detailed in another video, it's USB-C, it's got onboard microphone and speakers, it's got a headphone jack and supports 3D audio, it still has a touchpad, it has more accurate haptic feedbacks in it, think like your smartphone, and it's got resistive triggers that can give you different sensations. If you want to learn more about that and look a little deeper into a dive that we did, there is a video on our channel. But while we are on accessories, we also got a peek at some official accessories at the end of the reveal. There's a charging station that looks like it can charge two DualSense controllers, an HD camera, because of course Sony loves these things. I do remember seeing one of these for the PlayStation 4 reveal, a very sleek Pulse 3D wireless headset, because of course they've really been pushing the science behind 3D audio and audio technology for this console, and lastly, a nice simple media remote. There you have it, guys, the new PlayStation 5, and here it is, the PS5 hardware family. I'm sure opinions are gonna be everywhere. But also, before you go, one little treat we got during the event, we got a look at the startup sound and like the login screen, you know, when you turn on a PlayStation and then you have to hit the button on the controller. This is the new version of it. We'll play it now so you can hear it. But But that's it. That's everything we know right now. It is June 11th. We made this video right after the event, so expect a lot more things to come out, because we do still have more questions, you know? We generally know what it's going to have, what kind of ports it's going to have, but what does the back really look like? How loud is this thing going to be? How much does it cost? When exactly this holiday season is it coming out? And when is it going to come in other colors? Because some people would really prefer a black box. Regardless though, we're looking forward to hearing what you guys think in the comments. This is going to be pretty nuts, so just go nuts. What do you think about the PlayStation 5 design? Do you like that it's futuristic? Do you like that it's a little bit tacky? Or are you expecting something a little bit more low-key, a little more classy from Sony? Anything at all, please let us know. We would love to see the discussion down there, and be sure to keep an eye on our channel for a lot of other videos about all this stuff, the next generation, because it's heating up. We're pretty excited. But if you enjoyed this video and maybe we helped you learn something, clicking the like button is the best way you can help us out. And of course, if you're new, consider subscribing, maybe hitting that notification bell, because we put out videos every single day. But hey, as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.